Hello folks, this is B Junior from B Junior's Movie Cave on the Endurance Productions YouTube channel. Back for another segment of B Junior's Movie Reviews. Today I've got an anthology film, and you may be thinking, oh, another horror anthology or science fiction anthology. No, it's not even an action film for that matter. It is a comedy anthology. That's right, guys. Same type of interwoven stories or multi-part movie, all kind of jammed into one big storyline. What I have today is a DVD screening copy sent out by the wonderful folks over at Echo Bridge Home Entertainment for DVD review today. I have their latest DVD release on their Miramax line of 4 Rooms. That's right, guys, and there's so many people in this film, I'm just going to have to read them off because I don't want to forget too many of them. It's Tim Roth, Antonio Banderas, Jennifer Beals, Valeria Golino, Madonna, Lily Taylor, Marissa Tomei, Quentin Tarantino himself shows up in this one, and many, many more. What it is, basically you have 4 independent stories that have a wraparound character of Ted the Bellhop, played by Tim Roth there on the cover. And basically, if you've never seen this film, you're getting 4 separate interwoven stories that are directed by 4 different directors, 2 of which are directed by up-and-coming directors at the time, Quentin Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez. Their 2 stories are probably my favorite out of the movie, although Tim the Bellhop makes the other 2 stories. His character, Tim Roth, plays that character to a T. It's just uber hilarious watching this guy be this really Jerry Lewis-esque kind of just goofy bellhop, and it's kind of him bumbling through each storyline that happens in this hotel on the eve or New Year's Eve celebration of, all the weird goings on in this old Hollywood hotel is basically the storyline. You've got a story about a coven of witches that take Ted the Bellhop kind of figures into the storyline. I don't want to give it away. Also, you've got a kind of a mob guy, jealous husband storyline in there, and then you also have like I believe a Mexican gangster and his wife, played by Antonio Banderas, and theirs is probably one of my favorites. It's more or less about their children, and they're told to be in the babysitting care of Ted the Bellhop on New Year's Eve, and they're not to misbehave, and I think that one's entitled The Misbehavers. And fourth, and not to be forgotten, the Quentin Tarantino story, The Man from Hollywood, I believe it's entitled, but that one's just kind of a roundabout Quentin Tarantino Pulp Fiction-esque storyline where they're sitting around drunk on New Year's Eve, and they're watching, I believe it's either a Twilight Zone episode or an Outer Limits episode with Steve McQueen, and they're basically trying to reenact this in a weird round-the-world drunken way of making the bet to basically light a cigarette lighter 10 times in a row, and if not, someone's going to get their pinky cut off, and guess who's the hatchet man? Tim the Bellhop. Give you a little story. That's your story, your roundabout story rundown on this film. I don't want to talk too much about it because I do want you guys to try and watch this one. If you like comedy films, this one's very 90s in tone and nature, mainly because you have to remember this is in a time about around 95, 96 when this came out. Pulp Fiction had just come out and came to hit, and Robert Rodriguez had Desperado at this time, and El Mariachi in a couple films, and they were just getting to be well known at the time. And so this one, they got kind of a collaborative effort with 2 other directors involved on the project. Allison, I have to read these off too because, like I said, I don't know too many of their other projects. The other directors involved were Allison Anders and Alexandria Rockwell. But gotta say, guys, overall, I was kind of apprehensive to watch this one again, mainly because my wife and I, and at that time girlfriend, saw this one at the movie theaters, and we absolutely enjoyed it. And I hadn't watched this movie in years, and I just remember really enjoying it, and I didn't want to spoil that memory, of just laughing our heads off in the movie theater and really enjoying it. I watched it in subsequent years on video when it was out on VHS, but it had probably been about 10 good years before I'd watched 4 Rooms again. And I got to be honest, it was a welcomed, rewatching. I really enjoyed it. You don't expect a whole lot in terms of like over the top acting or anything, except from Ted the Bellhop. But the people, they do have some really decent name actors in the movie, and there are a couple of cameo type appearances from Bruce Willis and a couple other actors in there that you'll probably know from other major films and things of that nature. But guys, it was on the whole, it was an enjoyable experience to revisit Four Rooms. I probably laughed just as much as the first time I saw it, if not more. I really enjoyed this film. This is a part of the Miramax re-release line that was they're being put out currently by Echo Bridge Home Entertainment. Overall, the package, the cover art kind of remains true to the old VHS cover, so I was kind of glad to see that. Also, they did give you some cover art on the disc itself, which I have to say, if it's not a multi-pack from Echo Bridge where they're jamming 2 or 3 films on one disc, just about all these single releases that Echo Bridge is putting out, in their defense, I know they don't come with a lot of special features. They do put cover art on the disc, and they don't give you an old eco case where everything's cut out on the inside. Everything has a sturdy case, decent cover art on the disc, which is kind of a nerdy favorite for me. I like to have my disc art if I can get it. Sadly, there's no behind the scenes, no special features on this disc. It is in Dolby Digital Sound and anamorphic widescreen, 1:8:5:1 ratio, I believe. But picture quality and sound quality, it's a comedy, guys, and like I've always said, if it's a comedy, a DVD is good enough for me, or a drama, the DVD is fine, unless it's like got sweeping landscapes or anything like that where you want to have the experience of seeing all the little birds way off in the background on the Blu-ray or whatever. But I gotta say, overall, picture quality, was sufficient, gets the job done on the DVD. Not just saying that, I really did think it will get the job done. I'm unsure if this is in any type of multi-pack. Echo Bridge loves multi-packs, 3-packs, 4-packs, and sometimes 6 film sets and stuff like that. Double features and whatnot, what have you. The only way I've seen this on their website is in the single version, and that's what they've sent out today for review. And I gotta say, if you're in the market to see something different and comedy-wise, and you're just wanting to see something from yesteryear that you've never seen before, it's a comedy anthology of 4 different films, kind of all tied together by the main character. And I gotta say, it's it's kind of hokey in some spots, but I just got to give it up for Four Rooms. It still did the job. I laughed at it. I had a good time. I don't feel like I was cheated or anything. Guys, I got to say overall, if you can find this one in the budget, in the bargain bin, I say pick it up. If you like comedies, or if you like anthologies and just want to see some kind of different kind of anthology, not a horror anthology or something like that. If you've never seen it, you owe it to yourself to at least rent this movie. Story-wise, I enjoyed it. I can honestly recommend to do at least a rental on it, if not buy it. But gotta say, out of 5, I'd say it's a strong 3.5 in terms of laughs. So really enjoyed this film. Check it out, guys. Next time you go out to your local Kmart, Walmart, wherever you can find these, and/or their website, Amazon, wherever. Try it. Try it on for size. See if it's your cup of tea. I enjoyed it the second, third, fourth, fifth time around, whatever it is. I can't remember. But I can honestly say only good things about Four Rooms. Take care, guys. It's been your round the world, roundabout review of Four Rooms today. I say at least rent it, if not pick it up. Rock on, dudes. I'll catch you next time. Take care.